Professor Pete here, how's it going? Had the wonderful opportunity of going to visit Lone Buffalo in Phonsavan and work with the students to work on a short film. So, where is Laos? Laos is next to Thailand, right here. As you can see, it's not too far from India or China. Phonsavan specifically is up here in the mountain area. Vientiane is down here. It's about a 6-hour drive. It's not very far though, 200 or so kilometers. But for convenience, we are going to fly there. And the flight is not cheap. It's about $200-$250 round trip to go there. Here are the storyboard drawings. And as I was getting the timeline, the script, I started drawing because this is the only way we're going to get things kind of set up. So this is all from scene 1. So this is the jars of clay with the girls laughing and talking, dancing, and then the camera, the selfie, and seeing the guys. There's all that stuff playing out and having the discussion about taking pictures. So the blueprint of a storyboard is really important to have. And based on these drawings, which I did very quickly, you should be able to gather what is happening. So here is shot 18, for example. And then there is shot 28, where you see the girls and the guys move out on shot 29. So, these are all things that some ways you want to stay with the blueprint, but there are opportunities where you can change the shot or the angle. That's all been established early on. So that's the power of storyboards. This is the view that I get from my hotel room. And like I said, the hotel was very nice. The view is epic. As I'm waking up really early so we can get on with the filming and talk about the project itself. We're spending about 2 days to work on this, and we brainstormed ideas in the morning. I storyboarded in a little bit in the afternoon after lunch, and then we went and started shooting the shots. So I'm going to show you the whole process behind the scenes of working on a short film with kids. It's really interesting. So what we're looking at here is a few different shots already. I'm working again with these kids who have no acting background. They're students, and the students are learning English. So this is a good opportunity also for them to build some leadership skills at Lone Buffalo. Again, a great school. I thought they were very well organized and had great teachers. So I commend them. Majority of the students are Hmong, which is one of the different ethnic groups in Laos. But anyways, let's look at some of the different shots. This particular actor, I thought, did a great job. We'll see him later on. Because script writing is not a thing, as well as acting, it's very tough to tell the students to memorize lines, let alone write lines. So a lot of the issues we had to deal with, again, because we had such a tight film schedule, was to figure out what they're going to say and how they're going to act and feel that they are part of this. And so I had to, sit down with them, like at this scene. I said, guys, you guys are not having fun at all. You guys are supposed to have fun. So I jumped in the shot, and we had a little bit more expression, a little more fun, just to make the shot seem a little more lively. And it was really funny because we were trying to find a bar that would be open in the daytime for us to film. And really, we would have enjoyed filming at night, but because all these bars and restaurants cater to the evening crowd, it would get too packed and too loud for us to even film. As you'll hear later on, music started to play, and it really started to drown out the audio recordings because we didn't have any mics.
Shot 7, action.
Here's another shot where I asked the kids to dance like they're sad and depressed. Again, the topic of this short film is about human trafficking. And so these kids are told that they're going to have awesome jobs if they go to this town, and then they are more or less abducted and taken into work in the labor industry, maybe the sex industry. So, I think once you know this, you can kind of frame your mind into seeing what this story is about. So we're doing a lot of takes, and Mark is right there in the Tokyo shirt. He is the one of the founders of Lone Buffalo. Was able to get the kids to wear looser clothes, show more of their shoulders, but we needed to keep things censored, I guess. The camera has its limitations, as you just saw there. It tends to pan up, but here is a couple of shots, and then it also tends to have really bad contrast.
Cut.
So it switches between, you know, really bright and really dark. And so I really have very little control of that. And so you can see that this pocket camera, which I'm using, Osmo Pocket, is not so good for that. Some slow motion attempts to try to create a little more drama. And with this gimbal, I think that's one of the great strengths of it. It really gives it a cinematic look. And it's really nice to see the environment too. The bar itself, seeing all of the plants, really beautiful. Very unique in terms of where you could be shooting. So we're getting the run sequence in, doing multiple takes. She's doing a great job walking through all of that foliage. And so there's our lead actor. I thought he was doing a pretty good job. He did socializing. He does a great job, actually. And then they needed somebody else, somebody older. So I said, all right, fine, I'll do it. So I'm really the big villain at the end of it. So I end up jumping in, and I'm the main villain because they needed somebody older with my little cartoon shirt. I just see my hand gestures. I did take acting classes, but I think I was just too fast on all of my gestures. So there's multiple takes, and continuity, had to keep the sunglasses on. So yeah, it's tough, especially when you're doing impromptu, on the fly, no training, no practice. This was tougher than I thought it would be. And so I'm teaching her to keep her arms a little bit tighter, and there's funny moments, and so we just gotta, you know, reframe our minds. And you can see the girl at the bar, she's, you know, waiting for customers while we're filming this. Very nice of them to let us film there. Meanwhile, I got the really bad haircut. It's self-haircut. Now we're heading over to the next site, which is the Jars of Clay, and we've got motorbikes, so that's really cool. All the kids got bikes. Beautiful drive through the mountain ranges. And now we've made it, and the Jars of Clay are beautiful. So it's a great location for us, and it's getting darker, so the sunset is really going to help. But as you can see, the sun really makes their faces white. And so we're getting the shots together. These shots are almost like a montage, so very quick. And the phone plays a major part in this short film, so you can see a lot of that. We're trying to capture some of the lens flares, doing the Michael Bay 360, getting the girls to just kind of joke around and laugh and talk, you know, just to exhibit more emotion. And I think that worked out well in the film. Just a beautiful day. This was a nice shot, getting the other characters introduced, and there they are. And this particular evening too, there was a lot of people, so there was a lot of commotion and talking, and then also a lot of the students joined us for the shoot, so they're on the side making lots of noise, laughing, joking around. So they had a lot of fun, but it made it tough to get a lot of the audio. Can you say hi and wave your hand? And so it was really nice that Mark's friend came in and played the villain, the foreigner. We're just really running out of time, that's why. The sun is really dropping, and this is just scene number 3 of 4 scenes. And they're laughing a lot when they shouldn't be laughing. So getting them in character was a lot of fun and very challenging. He did a great job with the script. I just gave him the scenario, and then he just acted it out.
I have a
based
job
on
for
that.
you, but it's far away, so I give you a chance to maybe change your life.
In the background, it's kind of funny to see Mark and the kids taking selfies. And this part was really funny. He kind of froze. So in the bar, which is maybe his natural environment, he did really well. But once we got him outside, he really struggled, and it was really funny. So I'll let this thing play.
อันเราเพราะว่าพวกน้องเรียนจบแล้วเหลืออย่างอัน
In retrospect, too, I have to say that having them face the sun probably would have been better. So David's got a really sweet ride. No, it's the backlight. Okay, go ahead.
Good to see you again, ladies. You want a job?
And I really like the little blue on the door, so that way you don't get door dings. And I love his suit. Kobe by maybe one person say that.
Maybe
More close-ups that are too blurry. And it's getting dark, also because of the tint inside the car, but it does create this very eerie effect. And so now we're driving off. You hear the car, the motorbikes on the cars. It's just the sound pollution is really funny in this small town. Non-stop noise from car engines. And so now we're driving around, just a view of the town, peaceful, quiet, very nice, a lot of mosquitoes. So it's a great couple of days with the students. We took some selfies as we were going back to the motorbikes, and then the shoot at David's guest house. Nice. And again, thank you, Mark, for inviting me to Phonsavan and working with the kids. It was great. The video should be up pretty soon, so they're just editing it. Hopefully I'll be able to go again someday and rent a motorbike and see more of the countryside. What'd you think of it? Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and in the next video we will visit and be tourists in Phonsavan. Let's check that out. See you in the next video.